it's really dark in here. Like, I just realized none of the lights are on, like, anywhere. And now that it's, like, 7:15, like, the sun's, like, it's light outside. But
Fine,
it's, like,
AJ, fine.
It's just super dark. We never record this late, so, you know.
Yeah, it happens.
Vibing right now.
Yeah, we're just vibing, talking about memes and
Race riots.
No.
And
The
Sam
inevitable race riots.
and Sam missing out on a terrible 4 years by living in Hawaii.
Yeah.
She lucked out.
It was terrible there too for different reasons, but
Yeah.
you know.
Well,
There's a lot going on there that the rest of the world doesn't even fucking know about. I think one of the most ridiculous parts about living in Hawaii is so I was there during the North Korean missile crisis.
Oh God, that was so scary.
Do you want to know who contacted me to see if I was okay?
Oh.
Not a single fucking person.
Oh my.
Okay, I'm lying. Let me tell you. So when that happened,
refresh anyone who doesn't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so what happened, if you don't know about, is so when North Korea does its fucking whatever bullshit that it does, where it's like, we're gonna fucking nuke everybody, we're gonna send missiles, right? There are networks put in place, like emergency networks put in place, so like everybody will get a little ding on their phone that says like, whatever.
They're up to their antics again.
And in Hawaii, this is the first time I experienced this. There are sirens, and they regularly test them, that go off. And I had to, when I first moved there, I had to look it up because I was like, I hear this fucking noise, but I don't know what the fuck it is. So I looked it up, and they were like, sure enough, they were testing it, and it's a giant fucking siren that goes off that warns of literally anything. But it's specifically to warn of a missile launch.
Yeah.
So I don't remember when this was, honestly. I don't at all, but on this
was when we were starting to be friends, but I didn't know you well enough to like contact you
to see if I was dead. Hey, you dead, girl?
You died on your desk.
So what it was is everybody on their phones went off, and it was a warning. There is an incoming missile launch from North Korea. This is not a test. The entire island panicked.
Of course.
People were putting their children in manholes. There was traffic. It was terrible because people were rushing home to their families. There were stories of people who were in the grocery store when it happened, and the grocery stores like put everybody in the fucking freezers because they didn't know what else to do. They put them in the storage lockers. There was a in Oahu, there was a grocery store on the North Shore. They put people they had like a underground storage unit. They put all their customers in the underground storage unit, and they didn't have cell reception. So when the all clear was sent out, these people didn't know. So they were there for so long. There was panic. There was mass panic everywhere. Mass panic.
Yeah.
People literally were talking about how like they were on TikTok, they were on Snapchat, they were on Instagram. They were crying. They were sending their family like, "This is it. Like, I love you." It literally mass panic. All because somebody pushed the wrong fucking button. Somebody pushed the wrong fucking button, and instead of pushing the button that says, this is just like a test, this is just an, whatever, they pushed the button that says, this is an emergency, everybody fucking panic. But the best part about this story is that the governor could not get the information out to the public, and that this was not, this is not a thing. There's an all clear. There's no missile, because this motherfucker forgot his Twitter password.
Oh my God.
He forgot his Twitter password. Now,
isn't that what interns are for?
All of this happens, right?
Key pass. Use it.
All of this happens, right? I'm asleep.
That D-Gen lifestyle's finally paying off.
I woke up and I had so many Discord notifications.
Oh no, and because you weren't answering, everyone thought you fucking died.
Yes. Now,
Damn.
did anyone in my family contact me? Nope. Did anybody from the mainland who's actually a real life friend contact me? Nope. As a matter of fact, I called my brother and I was like, hey, everything's good. And he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was like, what do you mean? I
There
survived
wasn't
the
that
missile.
much news about it over here. Like, I remember hearing about it, but it wasn't like they weren't blasting it on the news like that. I think we just didn't know.
Yeah, they like I only knew about it because I knew somebody in Hawaii at the time.
Right. I only knew
Like-
that's literally it, AJ. I only knew about it because I know people in
Yeah.
that sort
Yeah.
of why Sam was there.
I
You know?
definitely had a bunch of Twitter DMs. I had
Yeah.
Discord notifications going
Uh-huh.
off. But yeah, no one in my actual family contacted me or knew anything about it. Now, and there's something very, like I can't imagine actually receiving the notification because I don't know how I would have felt. But I will say that there is a different feeling when you think about the fact that if this had been real, I would have just been asleep and died. If this had been real, like
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known anything. I would have just gone to sleep. Here, I was playing PUBG all night, and that was the last thing I ever fucking did. Like,
Better that way, no? That's how I would rather. Like, I don't know. I don't want that final last minutes of extra cortisol in my
Right?
system. Like, let me just. That's it.
it is a very,
Rewind out.
it is a very surreal feeling. Like I just really truly cannot imagine like what everybody else on the island was singing. I do have a really quick story too. Is
Okay.
I got this from a guy who has 2 children, and so he said that when he got the notification on his phone, and that moment he had one kid on one side of the island, on the west side, who was at camp. And he had another kid on the east side of the island who was at a friend's house. And he said in that moment, he didn't know where to go.
Yeah.
He's like, and I was like, oh my God, are you ever
Right.
going to tell them that story? And he's like, nope. He's like, I am not going to
You
tell
just
them.
did. Thanks a lot, Sam.
You can't, I know, right? But like, I don't know where he went after that. He didn't even tell me. But like, can you imagine? That was a lot of people's life at that moment. Was where do I go?
Yeah.
Do I go get this kid or do I go get this kid?
Yeah.
You know, like.
Oh,
Where do
that's
I
very
fucking
scary.
go?
It's very scary.
Yeah, you can still see those videos of people like throwing their crying
okay.
children in the manholes. Like that is so.
Oh, that's terrible.
It's
That's
ridiculous
terrible.
because
of
Get down there.
because they didn't know what to do. I mean, what are you
Yeah.
supposed to do if it's a nuclear missile? What you
don't do anything.
You don't really. You can't really do.
I mean, it's
anything.
literally this. It's the equivalent of the fucking in the Cold War. Literally, get under the
Getting under
desk.
your desk.
All
Yeah.
right.
Oh,
Well.
yeah.
Okay.
I forgot. One of the best parts too is, and you can look up these articles. Pornhub spiked.
Oh, it always does.
Pornhub
It always
spiked
does.
in
That's-
that moment.
Yeah, that's not a surprise. That always does. Literally.
always-
Really? In your last moments?
They were like,
Pornhub?
fuck it, one more.
Yeah. Like. Now here's what I want to know: how many people? Do you think their sales spiked? They're like, now I can finally buy the premium. You know, they
Oh,
were like,
God,
what? It doesn't
right?
matter anymore. You know, they're like,
Fuck my money.
Yeah,
I don't know.
probably. Probably.
they were like 1080p, 60 FPS. Here we go.
Let's do it.
We have just a bunch of missile babies. 9 months from
Was
now.
there a birth jump?
I actually
Was there-
don't know. I should go and check. I have no idea. I didn't
That
even
would
think
be
about
really
that.
interesting if people were just fucking.
and in the sewers, and how many strangers was it? Because like if grocery stores like putting people together and it's just a bunch of strangers, they're all like fucking clawing at the bit, like let me get one last one out.
Right. Like, no, seriously. I wonder if there was like a birth rate jump, like a little spikerino.
So are you guys saying that like if you're stuck in a freezer and like a missile's coming, you're just gonna fuck a stranger like in a grocery freezer?
I mean, probably. What else do you gotta do?
Well, missile's coming, so.
Missile's coming, so
When
maybe we should all be coming. To be honest, can't say that I wouldn't.
That's.
I'm gonna
that's
put that on Twitter.
Yeah, that's a shirt there.
That is a shirt. Oh my god.
That's a shirt there.
Yeah.
Add it to the list.
Right after that, there was a bunch of T-shirts that people were putting out that said, "I survived the whatever year missile launch."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dumb.
The Hawaiian missile crisis.
The big blackout in the Northeast in like 2002.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So it was annoying, but it wasn't that big of a deal. Just the power went out, right? And that after that, there were people selling T-shirts that said like, "I survived the New York City blackout."
Yeah.
It's like, good, you're stronger than ice cream.
Right?
Good for you.
That's literally what happened with when Ohio got its, I assume, first and only hurricane. Was in 2009. We had a hurricane that came through. It's Category 1. But yes, it was a hurricane somehow in Ohio. But basically, it just became a huge windstorm, knocked out power in the whole state. I think I've told this before. I don't know if I said this to you or on the podcast. But regardless, knocked out power for the whole state for like multiple weeks, which was annoying. But at the same time, people were making like shirts like, "I survived the Ohio hurricane." It's wind. There was no rain. It was literally wind. Like, the only reason there's no power is because branches broke and knocked out the power lines. But I don't even know if there was like a death toll from this. It was just a really annoying inconvenience. Like,
yeah.
So but there's always gonna be this like, yeah, I survived the catastrophe of 2009 when it got a little windy.
I think the one thing that annoyed me about the missile thing too was everybody kept going, "Oh, it was fake. It was fake." And the thing was, it wasn't fake. It was a real thing that happened. It was just a false alert.
Yeah.
Because they were trying to test it instead. I think can you imagine being that person? That guy that pushed the button. Just please don't release his name, because I am so certain that somebody would have gotten a death threat from that. But god damn.
Yeah, I don't know how to be the person to fuck that up that badly.
Yeah.
Like, he definitely had to have lost his job to be like, well.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, he definitely had to have lost his job. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember the New York City blackout only because I used to watch a lot of late night TV, and I remember Conan O'Brien filming. They had like candles set out, and they were like filming and stuff like that. I remember that now.
Do you want to know how I found out about the blackout?
You were fucking in a freezer.
I'm from New York City.
You were fucking in a freezer?
I was fucking in a freezer. So I'm a big nerd, which is to no surprise to anybody. And it was when one of the Harry Potters came out. It was new, and it was finally my turn to read it, because it got passed around, right? I finally got my hands on the new Harry Potter. And it's the summertime. I think it was the summertime.
Yeah.
And I was reading, like a little fucking nerd festival. And then all day long I'm reading. And then I go to turn the light on to continue reading, and the light doesn't turn on. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, Ma! You forgot to pay the Con Ed!
Were you like 16?
In 2002?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was definitely like 16 or 15 or something like that. And I literally had no idea that this blackout was going on all day long. All day. And then I remember her being like, "There's a blackout in the whole Northeast. No one has power."
Harry Potter!
Being a rebel, I'm reading.
I need to find out who the prisoner of Azkaban is.
I found out eventually.
God.
But that's how I found out about the New York City blackout of whatever fucking year it was. I being a loser ass Harry Potter.
I don't even know if I ever
nerd.
heard of it, honestly. Or if I did, it just fucking
Didn't affect you?
no, not in Ohio. Not that I know of. But yeah.
You would have known
far
because you
out.
were pretty internet.
Yeah.
Oh
Well-
God, we had like chisels.
Speaking of pretty internet,
Yeah?
it's our season finale, so we should get into our stories.
Okay.
They're got some fun ones here. No submissions because Sam did those already, but we do have. I got an Am I the Asshole? Do you have an Am I the Asshole? Is that what you're?
I do.
Is yours a funny one? What you got?
It's not funny.
Well, since you got the layers of deception, why don't you go ahead and start off? That way you have a little break in between.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Am I the asshole for documenting all the ways in which my roommate's girlfriend broke our house rule and sharing it with the landlord?
Oh my fucking God.
My roommate and I have had some house rules. We have it printed out that we agreed upon. Many of them naturally involve his partners. He's pretty promiscuous, and he's had 5 to 6 girlfriends in 1 year we've been on the lease. I am in between girlfriends, and yes, you could say I'm a little jealous of his situation. I did not feel comfortable with his girlfriends. They would hang out at her place when he's not around, so I made that one of the rules. Emergencies, okay, otherwise not. His current girlfriend constantly showers at her place, even when he's not around. There's part of me that is sure that she enjoys the power trip of walking around in a room to tease her partner's roommate. I've told them repeatedly that this makes me uncomfortable, but they won't listen. We also agreed on a basic set of clothing rules in common areas for hygiene and decency. 2 of his girlfriends repeatedly violate it, sometimes just wearing underwear, which is not something to approve. I also worry that they're intimate in common areas when I'm not around, and that's something I put down in the rules too.
I hate this person so much.
Is his roommate fucking? Is he Sheldon Cooper? Like what?
Like I hate I knew that he was terrible when he said, "I'm in between girlfriends right now." This isn't a job,
right.
dude. Like, what are you?
I'm on the market.
Yeah.
It all got
You can
too
stay
much,
there.
and I documented everything, and it shared it with my landlord. I let him know I'm doing it, so it wasn't behind his back or something. There were 23 entries over 6 months. As an example, June 2nd, Jamie, girlfriend name changed. Spent 3 hours here without Will, roommate name changed, for no particular reason. She showered and hung out watching TV, telling me she was waiting for him, and then left when she said his plans changed. Am I the asshole for going to the landlord after they repeatedly either dismissed my concerns or straight up mocked them and insulted my sexuality, calling me a virgin when I'm not?
This landlord don't give no fucks.
Don't.
None. Not a single fuck. Not a single fuck. And so here's a comment. And what exactly do you think your landlord is going to do? Landlords don't give a crap about roommate agreements. They aren't enforceable, and it's just a waste of everyone's time to bring this crap to the landlord, who, again, can't and won't do anything. The landlord said that this is worrying, but you're right. He can't do anything specifically unless I feel unsafe. Next time I'll try to document if I feel safe or not. Staying
What
alone.
a fucking weenie.
Women's breasts make me feel unsafe, AJ.
Like, what? Are you kidding me?
Okay, so I read this one and I went down through some of the comments and just, oh my fucking, everybody was like, dude, grow
You're a
the
loser.
fuck up. Like, these women don't give a shit about you, dude.
I'm
Like,
not trying to tease you or
Yeah.
tantalize you.
They're trying to take a shower.
Yeah.
what power trip? You're over here documenting shit, you fucking creep.
Imagine.
Women want a power trip with their butt cheeks.
I imagine having that level of self-worth that you think that a woman is literally showering and then walking around to get at you. Like, to imagine thinking that, like, yeah, like they think that I'm just like you're something, that you're even a speck on their fucking radar, dude. Like, what a dweeb.
Buddy, I hate to tell you, but your roommate is literally talking shit about you to literally everybody.
Clearly to his face too, though. They called him a virgin.
All the girls are in on the joke. That's the best part.
Oh my fucking God. I am so sorry. I am so sorry to this guy's roommate. This guy's room.
Are there any other good comments? Does he like? Does it sound like he just doubles down a lot on this? I assume.
I think he does. Yeah.
Like
He doubles down. A lot of the comments are like, these women don't give a fuck about you. They didn't give a crap that you're around, that aren't teasing you at all. It's entirely possible, in fact, that they don't really give you a second thought as far as your opinion of them, and they have no attraction to you at all. You're the asshole. Your landlord is not your parent. Handle your own roommate issues or move out if the situation isn't working for you. Clearly, your roommate does not see the issue like you see it, so just find a new living situation. And they said, I wish this were true. I've said several times that I don't enjoy it when she's only wearing her panties or shorts and they don't listen. My guess is they enjoy that little power they have.
damn, what a little incel.
Oh, yeah.
Like
No wonder you're in between girlfriends, dude.
Oh my God. I feel sorry for anybody. He's not in between. That was his last one.
he's not in between. He's never had one. There's no fucking way.
His anime girlfriend pillow was his first girlfriend, okay,
Like
AJ?
this.
Don't be rude.
Oh my! She's wearing shorts. They're probably hot, or they're probably comfortable. They're shorts.
I guarantee you when he's talking about like they're only in their panties, I bet it's like when girls wear the really baggy shirts, you know, that like almost looks like a little dress, you know, like a night shirt. You fucking idiot.
There's never I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but there has never been a woman on this earth that has put on a pair of shorts and said, "I feel powerful." Like,
I'm gonna tantallate.
shut the fuck up. They enjoy the power they get from wearing these shorts.
Power.
Like
This t-shirt.
I hate incels.
No, we
Holy
are the incel hating club. I think that's very accurate.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Fucking God.
Well, he's definitely the asshole here.
Oh,
Was he was rated the asshole, I assume.
What the fuck is the landlord gonna do?
Yeah.
He doesn't give a shit. Just give me my rent money and fuck off.
Which
There's no damage to the apartment. Like, you can have guests at your house. Like, that's not against the rules. Sorry, you're a loser nerd. Oh? My roommate has girlfriends, and I'm angry.
So mine's on theme because, well, you'll see. For the reasoning, but not incels. That's not the theme. Thank God. But it's, am I the asshole for being honest with my boyfriend's mom when she asked if I was enjoying her wedding? So, you know. I've been with my boyfriend Alex for 2 years. I get along okay with his mom, Jane. Sometimes she is a bit of a just no mother-in-law. I don't know why they put it this way.
So just no mother-in-law is another subreddit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's where
Never
like
heard of that. Please explain.
huh?
What?
Never heard of that. Please
Yeah.
explain. I've never heard of
So
that.
just no mother-in-law is another subreddit, and it's basically where people go to complain about terrible mother-in-laws.
okay.
Yeah.
So apparently the OP's boyfriend's mom is apparently like for that, according to her.
Yeah.
Anyway, she got married recently, and they wanted a smaller, more laid-back wedding because she did the traditional wedding the first time. They got married at a... Okay, I don't mean to interrupt myself, but there's something about people who tell these stories where it's like, do you really need to go into all the detail? Like I understand, like you want to say it's a traditional laid-back wedding, but do you really need to be like, because they did a bigger one the first time, you know? Like, it's like, we don't need it. It's almost like she's trying to put that slight in there against the mom that, like, this is her second wedding, you know? When it's like, it's that little backhanded, like, you know, she already got married once, so now she's doing it this way. She's one of those. It's just, it reads that way to me, and I hate it. But anyway, they got married at a vineyard, and it was really nice. For dinner, there was a fancy brick oven pizza and a salad, and later there was mac and cheese bar. Dessert was caramel brownie cheesecake, or berry cobblers. I hate cobbler. You probably caught on that there were a lot of cheese. There was also a lot of charcuterie boards. Charcuterie. I can't read this word.
Charcuterie board. Thanks, AJ.
There's a lot of coochie boards. So a whole fuck ton of cheese.
Sushi, you wanna help him real quick?
The charcuterie board.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
What is it?
Charcuterie.
What's a charcuterie?
Char. You.
You.
Q.
Charcuterie. What's charcuterie?
It's like a board or a plate, and they put different. You can put like a little bit of fruit and jams and whatever things like that. Pickles sometimes, different types of pickles, different types of cheese and cured meats like salamis or.
It's this.
You know.
Oh, okay. Just fucking. It's an appetizer plate. Just say fucking appetizer plate. Get out of here with this fucking shark coochie board.
Shark coochie.
So a whole fuck ton of cheese is what they say. Don't get me wrong, I like non-traditional weddings, and the food was out of this world. But after dessert, I was on the verge of shitting myself. I went to the bathroom feeling like I was going to die, and it wasn't pretty. The groom's 2 daughters, late teens and early 20s, were in there. They are both horrible and have talked so much shit about Jane and are just mean girls. When I came out, they were both snickering and looking at me. I was mortified. I ended up in there again because holy hell, that woman likes cheese. No, it sounds like holy hell because you like cheese.
Right?
Like, later, I went over to where she was sitting with her new husband, and Jane asked if I was having fun. I said it was beautiful, but admitted I'd been in agony because of her menu. And that she really should have had some more balanced options, because a lot of people are dairy sensitive. I then told the groom about what happened with his daughters. Hayes looked at me weird and then said it was his wedding night and doesn't want to hear about an account of anyone shitting. My boyfriend got annoyed and said that I should have just lied because you don't complain to the couple at the wedding. But I feel like she should know for future parties, and he should know so he can talk to his daughters. Jane is on her honeymoon, so I don't know if she is mad. She didn't seem it, but a couple of my friends said I'm the asshole, and it isn't Jane's problem.
Bruh!
Someone hold a gun to this person's head and force them to consume dairy? Is that part of the story that
Yes, obviously. Obviously,
situation. Who told you to eat all this cheese when you're lactose intolerant?
Obviously, Jane was like, let's really fuck her up.
Yeah.
Put everything with dairy on the menu.
Like, that's the thing is like, okay, if you are lactose intolerant, either don't eat the fucking dairy or be one of those proactive people who's lactose intolerant and have pills with you and take the pills and then eat.
If you're lactose intolerant, you have lactate on you.
Exactly. Like,
You're
so
going to a wedding, you know, you can't really control the menu. Bring lactate with you.
and this whole idea of you need to pander to no, fuck you. It's my wedding that we're paying for. I don't give a fuck.
I'm sure there was stuff, because that's just appetizer stuff.
Yeah.
What about the actual meal? You know what I'm saying?
Who the fuck goes up to the groom and goes, so I was taking a shit at your wedding?
And your kids were snickering at me.
How old are you?
so
like,
weird.
what the
It's so
fuck?
weird. No one told you to eat that. If you have a sensitivity, avoid it. There's no way. I've worked too many events. The real food, you could have eaten the real food. No one told you to eat that.
This person nailed it and said she's treating the wedding as a dining experience, the happy couple as service providers, and herself as a customer who's expecting her money's worth. The sad thing is her entire account is deleted, so I can't even see if she's commented on anything.
Oh.
Everybody is unanimously saying she's the asshole, of course. But like, I just love the idea of I just can't stop eating this cheese and it's your fault. Like,
You can just stop putting it in your face hole.
That's
Yeah.
the thing. If there was a board, there was gonna be meat and crackers on there. She could have ate the
They're
meat and
great.
crackers. What
Yeah.
the fuck are you talking about? You can peel
Don't
apart the
have to eat
pizza.
cheese.
Yeah.
Avoid the cheese.
You could literally have taken the cheese off of the pizza.
or bring some fucking lactate. Yeah, like. Also, who hates cobbler?
Fucking
Who
weirdos.
actually hates cobbler?
Only someone who's like really upset with life. What is there to hate about a cobbler? Unless you're like celiac or something, you know?
Yeah. So I there's something about like if you were at an event and you were invited to that event, you don't get to go, well, why didn't they provide for me? Why didn't they make anything, like, because they didn't want to. They don't have to have a reason to not have, like like they could have an all fucking meat plate if you wanted, and then so like and still invite a vegetarian. Either don't come or come. I don't give a fuck. You're invited, but don't complain about everything.
I love this comment. Imagine eating so much cheese and dairy you almost shit yourself twice at a wedding. Then you tell the groom and bride, wedding is nice, but man, have I been shitting. Why didn't you specifically plan for this? And then someone was like, they quoted her, don't get me wrong, I like traditional weddings and the food was out of this world, but another dessert was on the verge of shitting myself. No, apparently you like cheese. Yeah. You're the one who ate it all. Like, what the fuck? This whole piece.
I've never been to a single event where it's just like a fondue fountain, piles of cheese next to it. Like, there's other things to eat, and you chose that life.
I'm just upset that she deleted her account because I wanted to read the comments and I want to see her double down so we could shit on her more. Or buckle, but god damn, they need to stop letting people like they should stop letting people delete their account. I need this.
I need this
content.
So yeah, 100% the asshole here, 100%. But I was originally not gonna do an Am I the Asshole, but I figured, you know, it's the season finale, I should at least have an Am I the Asshole in here, so went for a traditional wedding one. But that being said, what have you got for us for your layers of deception?
I can't get over this.
What?
I just can't get over it. Like, there's literally nothing inside of me that would make me go,
like, force-fed breathe.
Let me tell the bride that I was shitting myself.
Yeah.
And that she should have thought about me.
My fucking butthole. I know, it's ridiculous.
And also complaining about like the kids. Those kids could have fucking thrown shit at you at the wedding, and you still don't get to complain about them to the dad about it. Fucking tolerate it and go home. It's their wedding.
You literally don't bring this shit up at a wedding.
Yeah.
At the wedding, you talk shit the next day with
whoever, you know. Exactly.
Yeah, but yeah.
At the wedding, you're wilding out, man. You wilding out. Anyway.
So layers of deception.
Are you guys ready to get bamboozled?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the season finale of Layers of Deception, where I pick two headlines and Sam and AJ have to decide which one is the real headline from a real internet source and one is from the onion.com satire website. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Four Seasons Total Landscaping is hosting a concert and tickets sold out in 17 minutes. Or Tokyo Olympics to prevent COVID spread by restricting events to short outdoor walks.
It's the first one.
Okay, so
first one's real.
Yeah, the first one's totally real.
Our timeline is so wacky.
Right?
the weird, that one. You are right.
Yeah.
That like I love how like you somehow like you just pulled this memory. I completely forgot about the Four Seasons fucking place, and just the I just forgot about like. I mean, it was hilarious to watch just people slowly unravel that day of just like, well, we're going to the parking lot and we're here. Just everything about it was just like, God damn, what a glorious moment.
And also that was the day that he had like his hair dye like in his fucking face,
it's fucking sweating hair dye and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Oh, and this is from the Inquirer, but it's still real, I suppose. Decorative lawn boulders and gravel soon won't be the only rock occupying the grounds of Four Seasons Total Landscaping. The Northeast Philadelphia company's industrial chain link fence lot on State Road, which in November hosted Rudy Giuliani, lawyer to former President Donald Trump and now infamous news conference, will transform August 21st into a concert venue for punk artists Laura Jane Grace and Brendan Pelly of the Lawrence Arms. Not unlike Giuliani's law license, ticket sales are out of commission. It took all of 17 minutes on Thursday to sell out the concert's 200 tickets, and Sean Middleton, Four Seasons Total Landscaping Director of Sales, said, I can't read. That was user error. It probably would have sold out faster, but the site kept crashing, he said. The company had been entertaining the idea of hosting a concert for a few months, said Michael Saravo, Director of Operations. And once everything started slowly opening up, we figured what better time to do this? That's pretty funny. It just goes on with more details. That's hysterical.
This is literally the epitome of ride the fucking wave.
Yeah.
Because, can you imagine? They could literally have just set up like a selfie spot and gotten all these people to just pay hey, just pay us like $10 and you can just stand over here and take weird fucking photos. We don't care. This is.
Yeah.
And for those who have no idea what the fuck this is, literally the Four Seasons landscaping building was rented out for what?
It was for a press conference during the election during the 20
Seasons in Manhattan.
Yeah, during the 2020 election. But they're fucking stupid and they rented out the wrong place
instead of Four Seasons Hotel,
and then showed up anyway and tried to have this press conference.
And it had the most raggedy ass fucking sign behind them, duct tape to the fucking side of the wall.
Yeah,
it was great.
It was so good. I'll post a link.
It was across the street from a fucking crematorium too, wasn't it?
Yes.
I think there's a porn shop around there.
Yeah, the whole thing was
industrial neighborhood.
It's literally that part of the town that you just drive through to that's where they put the Taco Bell at, that's the part where it
had probably a tire changing place.
Yeah,
it's just the industrial part.
They got the fucking King Walk or whatever, it's that part of town, so that was good.
Fucking hell.
That was pretty good.
So, do you think you have a good ender?
Mine is it's alarming.
Okay, well, let's end with yours then.
Okay.
Mine is a story about Kevin.
Hey, Kevin's back.
So we got another Kevin. So just to sum it up, Kevins are they're very stupid people. Basically, it's unfathomably stupid people. To quickly sum up what a Kevin is.
Okay.
So this is called. I'm gonna actually move this over here a second. Read it. Kevin and the Newborn Rocks. The Kevinest Kevin I've ever known was my stepfather's brother-in-law. Kevin was in his 60s when I first met him, and I don't know how he actually made it that far in life. There are many stories about him, but there is one that just stands out in my mind. My stepfather, mom, and me were helping Kevin with a garden. The first day, my stepfather plowed the ground while mom and I were throwing out the rocks. It was pretty rocky ground. The next day, we were dismayed to see how many rocks were still in the garden. Mom made a comment about it and seemed like there were more rocks today than there had been the day before, and Kevin overheard. "That's because there are more," he said. I was confused and asked what he meant. Looking rather confident, he said, "The rocks had babies." At this point, I thought he had to be joking, so I said that it does seem like that sometimes. Kevin was not laughing, however, and he repeated his assertion that the rocks had babies the night before. My stepfather heard all this and pulled mom and me aside. He told us that Kevin was 100% serious. My stepfather had heard all this before, and he explained that Kevin genuinely believed rocks reproduced. The rest of the day, Kevin decided to educate us about the mating habits of rocks. It was hard not to laugh, but it was to give us a story to tell. And there's an update that says, a few of you are wondering how Kevin thought rocks reproduced, so I figured I'd explain it a bit more. He thought rocks could move, but they could only move a little at night. This was the explanation as to why you never saw it. He didn't go into much more graphic details as to how they actually mated, though.
Where did he get this from? Who told him that? Why are they letting this grown-ass man think this way?
This is someone who watched that fucking scene from Pocahontas, and she's like, listen to the rocks breathe, listen to the trees and shit. And listen to the rocks fuck. However that song goes, just around the river bend.
fucking god.
Listen to the rocks they fuck.
Oh,
Exactly, and we're gonna get a DMCA. Thanks for that, AJ.
I'm pretty sure this is why your dad gave up on you in a music career. Because
Listen to the rocks, fuck.
just around the riverbed.
Listen to the rocks they fuck.
All right, look out for AJ's new Bo Burnham fucking.
Listen to the rocks fuck.
Oh my fucking god. Oh, Kevin.
Oh, Kevin, indeed.
What is the dumbest thing?
I mean, do you think this is a person who had a pet rock? Because like
No.
if he's in his 60s, he's the era that they were selling pet rocks to.
This motherfucker never had a rock before.
He could have had a pet rock. Like this is the era. This is like, I mean, this is who they were selling them to.
Shouldn't the pet rock have dispelled these claims?
Right? What if he was like, hey, Rock, I got you a girlfriend?
What if he had a pet rock and then his siblings or his parents did like a little Elf on the Shelf type thing, and that's where it came from?
Oh, it could have been. You know, like what if they pulled out little pebbles? You know, they're like, oh, these are the
And they're
babies.
like, look, you know what? It could have been.
They had like
something
little grains
that.
of sand. They're like, dude,
Like,
these are the
look,
infants.
You don't see it because the rock only moves at night.
Yeah, it's.
You can see it.
I mean, this is if you watch enough television and like bad television, and you don't do anything else with your life, you could end up like this, Kevin. You could end up like a person who believes that rocks reproduce at night. Listen to the
Yeah,
rocks
it's
fuck.
accurate.
What?
Like, do you think at night, like he's like laying in bed and he's just thinking about the rocks? Like, I bet they're out there.
He's trying to look a rock
Yeah.
porn?
Like the only.
He's curious because he still doesn't have the answers.
The only thing,
You know?
the only dumb thing I ever did with rocks was when I was like 4. I used to take crayons and color rocks. I would like take like little rocks I'd find and I'd like color them. That was the only dumb thing I ever did involving
Why is that
rocks.
dumb?
I don't know, because I mean,
People
You're
draw,
wasting-
but
you're-
people draw on rocks and stuff.
but I wasn't drawing. I just colored them. Like I just like make like here's like I just
Look,
you know.
you're yellow now.
Yeah, pretty
You're
much.
yellow
like,
now.
Pretty much. Yeah, I just wasted an entire crayon trying to color a rock. You know, like I wasn't like drawing things on them. I was just coloring them. Like here's an orange rock. I did it. Now it's covered
I
in
have to know.
fucking crayons.
You went the way more difficult route.
Yeah.
I have to know what is the dumbest thing someone's ever like explained to you in this type of like.
Like as a Kevin,
Fashion,
like
yeah.
you mean with confidence, like utmost confidence?
Yeah.
Fuck,
God.
off the top of my head, I don't know, but now it's something I gotta think about.
What's
Like,
the dumbest thing someone said with confidence?
So for me, it was when this guy confidently exclaimed to me that dinosaurs did not exist and that fossils that were being dug up had been planted in the ground by the government, and that there were literal people who it was their job to like put the bones together, like make the bones, like plaster
the
the
job,
bones, and then go out into the world and then bury them. And I was like, fuck, how do I get that job? I want that job.
Please
I-
call me up
It's-
if you're hiring. You want me to fake dinosaur bones?
Like, what's the
Let me
opposite?
know.
What's the opposite of a paleontologist? What's the name for the tologist that throws the shit into the ground?
We got him this time.
I mean, I guess like the only one coming to mind right now is somebody that once told us, with their full chest, 100% believed this, that COVID was AIDS from China that scientists were making with bats and then unleashed. They said this with their full. This is 100% what happened.
It's like
It's
Resident
AIDS.
Evil.
It's it's the Umbrella Corporation basically,
Umbrella Corp, yeah.
and that it was AIDS. China AIDS is what they said. These are their words, not mine.
Oh my God.
And that it was made in a lab with bats and just normal everyday life. This is a conversation that happened. So that was definitely a thing.
What do you think your mutations are going to be?
I don't know. I'm hoping for like,
We're definitely going to get eyeballs on our shoulders. That's a given.
yeah.
Oh yeah, shoulder
It's like,
blade eyeballs.
Slam dunk. Eyeball
I'm
on the
honestly
arm.
hoping to grow really tall and have a big ass.
Yeah. I would take that. Could my mutation be useful? Thank you. Umbrella Corp.
The only useful mutation. The exact opposite.
I mean, because let's face it.
What? Maybe our extra eyeballs will have 20/20 vision.
Oh, fuck, that'd be awesome.
Down. Umbrella Corp, hit me up.
I can't see out of these two, but the ones on my back, they're good to go. No glasses back there.
But they're always arranged all fucking wonky. There's like one on the shoulder and then like one in like the fucking like on your.
That's 20/20. I don't give a fuck.
I know, right?
Yeah.
The thing I have to worry about is Leon with the shotgun.
Those flashbangs.
You okay with wearing a tank top every day so your shoulders can see?
Yeah.
I am. I'll be naked. Fuck it.
Right? Who gives a fuck? You ain't looking at my tits when you're looking at my giant eyeball on my back.
Well, haven't you noticed though, for like women, it's always like the tits always get an eyeball? That was,
Wait, listen. Headlights. Let's go.
Fuck it, let them blink.
They're staring back now. How do you feel? How do you feel?
I want one of them to wink.
wink?
I want my titty to wink. I want my titty to wink back.
Do you think they're autonomous, like they're their own entity, or do you think you would control them? Like, would you be winking with your eye?
Well, they always move, like whenever you see them like in the games, it always moves around like a chameleon eye too. You know, like they fucking spaz move and shit.
Like, you think Nemesis is controlling that? Or
Wow, that wasn't Nemesis. That was G.
Okay, I'm sorry. Whatever.
Okay.
Oh no.
Sushi.
No.
Like my TikTok comment section now.
Sushi. Do I need to go over all the viruses again with you?
No, my God.
Because I will.
My stomach hurts.
Please though, I still haven't finished Resident Evil 3.
I just clearly want to talk about eyeball boobies, but you won't shut up about these other viruses.
And it all started with the G virus. My tits have eyeballs.
I think Final Fantasy VII might have had beat Resident Evil to the eyeball tits because Genova.
That's a whole sentence.
Yeah. Genova's got eyeball tits.
Did you ever think? You would ever say. Damn.
Never know with this podcast,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
Never know.
Damn.
So that was mine.
It was great.
we derailed a little bit, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna have to try to think of more things that people have said with their full fucking chest, like full on believing though that was some
I
head
would like
ass
to know in
shit.
the comment section.
Yeah, that's a
yeah.
question. That's a question for everybody else. Yeah.
What's the dumbest thing that someone said with full confidence to you, and you were like, "What?"
Since this is our season finale and we're taking a 2-week break, let us know in the Gilded. Talk about this in the Gilded. Like we'll continue this conversation in the Gilded after you guys hear this.
I want to laugh.
Yes.
Make me laugh.
Yes, entertain us for once. All right.
Yeah, good God.
Yeah.
All the emotional labor that we do for all of you for free.
I'm tired.
Make me laugh.
Yeah.
I'm nosy.
Yeah.
And I'm lazy.
Most important.
I'm hungry.
I'm fucking hungry.
Okay.
So, what have you got for us, Sushi?
I have a relationship. It's called My Fiance Has Been Faking Celiac Disease for the Duration of Our Relationship, 19 months.
Uh-oh.
It has an update.
Oh, nice.
I'm not going to read the TLDR because it gives it away. I've been engaged to my fiance for the last 5 of our 19-month relationship. That's the first red flag, but whatever.
Wait, I'm sorry. Say that again, like the...
I've been engaged to my fiance for the last 5 of our 19-month
Yeah.
relationship.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
So that's the first red flag, and that sets the whole thing off.
Okay.
Throughout the relationship, she's always required gluten-free food because of a celiac disease that causes many gastro problems for her if she unwittingly eats gluten. This has never been a problem for me, as I've always wanted what's best for her. Even though it's a teensy bit more expensive, I always buy the alternative food that she can eat. Last night, we went to her parents' home for dinner, something we do maybe once a month or so. Her mother made spaghetti, a favorite of the both of us. We both ate a bunch and laughed and chatted throughout the meal. I volunteered to take up our plates and brought them to the kitchen when I noticed my future mother-in-law left the empty spaghetti box on the counter. I noticed immediately that it wasn't gluten-free. I ran back to the dining room to warn my fiance that she will probably have food issues tonight, and she just kind of stared at me, mortified. After a pause, her mother flew into a rage. She started yelling at my fiance about telling that same old lie you tell his child, and that I'm disappointed you haven't grown up yet. And my fiance ran out of the room crying. I stayed with her mother for a few moments later and found out that it was actually my fiance's. Are you guys ready? It was actually my fiance's dead sister who had celiac disease, and that's not even what killed her. I didn't ask what her actual cause of death was. I was too stunned. I went back to my fiance, who cried to me and said her mother never believed her about her celiac disease and that her mother is the one who's lying. I have not yet told her what her mother said about her sister yet. As far as I know, my fiance doesn't even know that I know her sister existed. I said that she's lying, but she's sobbing so hard about it that I don't think I have the strength to call her out on it. What should I do? And here's the update. I tried to, as gently as I could, bring up my fiance's sister to just like see if I could offer support or something, and she absolutely flipped out. She claims that she never had a sister, she's an only child, and that her mother has gone too far this time to invalidate her needs. She got super mad and stormed out of my apartment. I just stood there kind of stunned while she drove off. I don't know what to do now. I feel like I just stumbled into some kind of psychotic family rabbit hole. TLDR, my future mother-in-law revealed that my fiance does not actually have celiac disease and does not need gluten-free food despite my fiance's insistence.
And also still don't know about... Oh my God. I need to know if this sister was real or not.
I mean, this is a fucking... Well, okay, it's not hard to prove the sister was real. She's probably got pictures or anything like that.
But that's the thing. He's going over there all the time, but he's never seen a picture of her, like anywhere?
I mean...
usually parents with dead children have photos on the wall somewhere.
Right. So here's a comment. Wait, you didn't know she had a sister that died and you've been together for almost 2 years? That alone will make me question things about her.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know what to think about that. As this thread continues, I'm beginning to wonder if maybe my post should have focused on the sister. Yeah, it doesn't. That's wild.
Yeah, so this sounds like, I mean, just from the outside looking in, who knows who's fucking lying or telling the truth. But if the mom is telling the truth, then this girl's got some serious fucking mental issues. If not only is she denying ever having a sister who is now dead, but also like taking on like her sister's ailment, like.
So I have so many questions, like in regards to like. Okay, so, you know, what if she's telling the truth and her mom is just like, you know, maybe she really does have this disease, but her mom is one of those people who don't believe that, like, she does?
Yeah.
You know?
And that could be the case, but is there a dead daughter?
I know, that's what I'm saying, like...
So it's like...
This is the only thing I could think of to do is this is a situation you got to get both of them in the fucking room and be like, all right, I can't do this. You need to tell me the truth right now.
I literally would not be able to leave this relationship without having the answer about whether this dead sister is true or not. I wouldn't be able to do it.
I would literally get both of them in the room and like, we're going to figure this out right fucking now. No, we're done talking. You tell me right now, and we're getting to the bottom of this because this is like this whole he said this. No, she's lying. No, she's lying. Like back and forth. Like you got to nip that shit in the bud.
I bet the dead sister is a real thing, and it's like this whole like celiac is just a trauma response because if her sister
maybe
had celiac, you know, it just could be like a weird subconscious thing she does to like remember
coping
her sister,
or whatever.
Like, no, therapy.
Yeah, definitely therapy. This is, I mean, don't marry this person until you at least get some fucking answers.
I know, that's why I said that was the first red flag, because if you've been together with someone for 19 months, there's no reason why you should be engaged to them, because my point was proven you don't know them well enough.
Also, wouldn't you be able to tell if they have the disease or not? Because if she's like intolerant of gluten and she just ate a bunch of fucking pasta, when she does shitting her brains out right now? Huh?
And she'd be in a lot of pain. And it's not.
It affects your small intestine.
Yeah.
So
that's the thing is it's not hard. It's not hard to test this. And like while we talked about like fucking microdosing and all that bullshit before, it's one of those like and how don't do that. But if you're trying to get an answer, I mean like that's one of those things that like I guess you could just buy some bread and swap it out and see what happens. But like you know, it sounds like she doesn't have it, because if she did. I mean, one of my friends has celiac, so like, and she does not eat any fucking gluten shit ever, and like
Crohn's are actually pretty serious.
Yeah, and like anytime she ever had anything, like I remember at one point, I don't even know if it was because she got a lot of varices. She's like just allergic to like meat, like meat, like beef and stuff. But there was something like she once had a shot that was like made with like fucking like rye or some fucking shit, and that put her in the hospital. Literally like stupid shit.
Yeah, because there's gluten.
Yeah, and it was literally like not knowing. It was like whiskey or something. It was some sort of shot that she had, not knowing that it had that, but she literally had to go to the hospital. It's not like something that's like, oh yeah, like my tummy, like it can fuck you up if you actually have it. So like, I feel like if she ate this fucking big old thing of pasta and isn't having any problems.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell the difference between gluten-free pasta and regular pasta. You can tell the difference.
I mean, tell the difference on a lot of gluten-free things, yeah.
You can tell it. So she should have known that there was gluten in the pasta.
And also, if she was so worried about her mom doing all this stuff anyway, why would she let her mom cook for her and all this too?
Exactly.
Like, so there's a lot of fucking
Gluten-free pasta just doesn't have the same texture. Like, even if it tastes like pasta, it still breaks apart. So like it doesn't act the same in pasta. Like, it gets like crumbly kind of.
Oh my God. Do you think it's
like rice or something?
Do you think it's one of those things where like because of the brain and how fucking ridiculous your brain is, like you can like form these intolerances just by like having that traumatic response, you know what I mean? Like
Who knows?
like your brain goes all haywire and it's like, oh hey, like you're just allergic to this now because she was allergic to it and you're traumatized, you know? You can have diseases like that. And it's insane, even though you're not like allergic to it.
Like that.
there's like the placebo effect with certain things, but I think that if she had it though, again, she would have reacted. You know, like she would have reacted having that pasta. So like she could maybe convince herself that she might have it. So if she actively knows she's eating gluten, she starts making herself sick because she's actively thinking about it. But so she doesn't actually have it, but it becomes a thing where it's like that reverse placebo effect because she's thinking she has it, now she's eating gluten, whatever. Regardless, therapy.
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 Lots of it.
This dude needs to not be pursuing this marriage any farther until like he gets the answers though, because
but like even if he did, like how do you? That's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah, there's
a dead sister involved.
That's the biggest thing too. That's the big red flag of I just never told you about this.
Disease also is a big red flag.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you weren't kidding when you said that was a ride.
I said it was a ride. Good or bad? That's up to you to decide.
Well, I guess that's a wrap for season 2.
Yeah.
Hey.
Congratulations to us. We did it. 2 full seasons in the bag. We will be back in 2 weeks? 2 weeks, 3 weeks? We'll be back on the 2nd of August.
Yeah.
With more minisodes and full episodes. Season 3 will be kicking off strong. We're still taking submissions up to this point too, so just keep sending us stuff. You got stories, pile them in there. We're
still working.
Yeah, we're still working on things. This is just a mental break to give us a little time to relax and chill and do whatever the fuck we want to do. We don't gotta explain ourselves.
Enjoy the summer a little bit.
Enjoy the summer a little bit, yeah. So yeah, thank you guys for listening for 2 full seasons.
2 seasons.
Yeah, that's fucking wild. Which, a year. We've made it past a year now.
Made it? Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been doing this for a year.
6 seasons in a movie, baby.
Odd.
Oh my God, Everyone Sucks Here, the movie?
God.
Imagine. Just us going up to strangers on the street and asking them weird questions.
Okay, real quick tangent. Do you guys remember growing up watching like Nickelodeon during the summer and stuff, like with like watching like What Would You Do and stuff like that, where they had those weird sections because this took place in Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. They had those weird things where they were like, all right, it's What Would You Do? And now we're going to have our interview section with Beetlejuice on the street.
Oh, yeah.
And like, he literally it'd be fucking a dude in a full on Beetlejuice outfit going around Orlando, like interviewing people. And like, that's just a... That could be us. We all dress up as
We could be-
Beetlejuice. Yeah.
We could be Beetlejuice.
Yeah. Collectively.
I like that.
Can you do a makeup that's so convincing that you turn all three of us into one Beetlejuice?
Oh my god.
Like we'll be like we'll be like the arms and we'll be like the legs and you be like the top half.
I want to be the snake Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
I want to be the snake Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's the best one.
The worm
I want to
one.
be shrimp fingers Beetlejuice.
Oh god.
I guess just do the elongated mouth thing where you put the fucking
Yeah.
eyes and the tongue, whatever. That was the woman, wasn't
That
it?
was literally not even Beetlejuice.
I know that's the woman. That was the woman who was like,
Gina Davis, I think.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Season 2 is over.
Over.
Season 3,
over.
here we come, baby.
Season 3, here we come. See you guys
Okay.
in a couple of weeks. October. Wow. August 1st. August 2nd, my bad.
That's a
August
long
2nd.
break.
Save the date.
Yeah.
August 2nd. We will be back. We'll be active in the Gilded. Gilded.gg/everyone sucks here. In the meantime, go back, listen to some old episodes. Let us know what you think. Share it with your friends. Leave comments. Rate us on fucking iTunes. Do everything. Because we're doing everything.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Thanks for listening. This was so fun.
Yeah.
fun. Yeah. We'll
Have a good hot girl summer.
have a good hot girl summer. We'll catch you in a couple weeks.
AJ's gonna have a scene kid summer.
God. Okay. We're going. That's it. Well, bye.
Bye.